Hi guys, so my name is Kirby Cerezo. I'm a history major here at Chico State, and I am part of the first year experience program.
Hi, my name is Alejandro Penaloza. I'm also part of the FYE program. I'm a business administration major with the option in marketing.
And I'm Camila Guarda. I'm also part of the first year experience program, but I'm a business management major.
So like what all my teammates said, we're part of the first year experience program. And this semester we decided to create an event for students. It's the book and comment chapter discussion. This discussion is based around the book How to Be an Antiracist by Ibram X. Kendi. It's actually this year's book in comment for Chico State. And you may ask yourself, what is book in common? The book in common is a shared community designed to promote discussion and understanding of important issues. It is chosen each year by a group of CSU, Chico, and Butte College faculty and staff, as well as members of the Chico local community. So this year's book in common was How to Be an Antiracist by Ibram X. Kendi. This book takes on the concept of racism and reshapes and re-energizes the conversation about racial injustice in our home country, the United States of America. In addition, the book exhibits a new way of thinking and how we could think differently about our role in building an anti-racist society. So what is the purpose of the event? Why are we, putting this all together? It's to promote discussion between Chico students to reflect on the current state of society in regards to racial inequality. Also, this event will provide the students an open space to conversate about our roles as members into society to help build an anti-racist society.
So what are we going to be looking at in this event? So we're going to be looking at 3 chapters specifically in this book, being Chapter 3, Power, which goes into depth about power structures in the United States and how it plays a role in anti-racist policy. Chapter 5, Ethnicity, and here Kendi goes into detail about what ethnic racism is. Chapter 16, Failure, which goes more into depth and describes the difference between true activism and the type of activism we see today and what activities those entail. And also doubles down on Chapter 3, which I think was pretty cool, and reinforces the idea that power structures and people with power are the key to creating anti-racist policy.
So, Chapter 3, Power. So in this chapter, like Ollie said, he explores the race as a product of history of policy and power. He explained that the race is a way of dividing people into groups, which allows those in power to treat these groups differently. Some of what the chapter features is discussion about Prince Harry the Navigator and Gomez Zuzurara. But pretty much power, Kendi uses this chapter to talk about power and its relationship with racial inequality. So that's an exciting chapter.
In our second breakout room, we're gonna have the option to discuss about Chapter 5 that talks about ethnicity. On this chapter, Kendi talks about the inequities among racialized ethnic groups. He explores the historic origins of ethnic racism. He also talks about how stereotypes that are given to ethnic groups are widely popular nowadays. And he also talks about how immigrants as an example of resilience. Once again, he uses his own life experiences as a starting point for discussion for various topics, like, as I said, is immigration, or how we repeat things we hear, but we don't always know the impact that they have on many things and on others, and he was guilty of doing that many times. So yeah, that's Chapter 5.
And the chapter I will be focusing on is Chapter 16, Failure. And here, Kendi distinguishes a true activism, which is a means to make real change in the world, from the activities that get called activism today. And we've seen those all over social media, in person and not. And in this chapter, he solidifies the information given in other parts in the book, specifically Chapter 3. He doubles down on the belief that power structures hold the key to successful activism and successful anti-racist policy. And towards the end of the chapter, he also, we were able to learn the difference between demonstrations and protests, and how they both have a place in true activism, but how each one has a different outcome, and how we should take an approach to both of these. Okay, so what's this event gonna look like? So We're planning for this event to last roughly about an hour. The first 10 to 15 minutes or so is a welcome session, kind of like how we're doing right now. Give students a few minutes to join, briefly introduce the book, the author, the chapters that we're going to be focusing on, and also as well introducing the first year experience department and the rest of the team that's going to be joining us for that day. After that, we're going to jump right into breakout rooms, head into the discussion, the chapter discussion, which should last about 30 to 45 minutes. And after that, once we're all done, we're going to be jumping back into the main room and we're going to be debriefing for about 10 to 15 minutes. And what this debrief is going to look like, it's just 10 to 15 minutes for everyone to just kind of talk about what they learned, things that they saw, things that they liked about the chapter discussion, things that they're curious about, other like key points that maybe were missing from the other parts of the book. And after this debrief, that will be the end of the meeting. We'll say our goodbyes and we'll see where this goes from there. Discussions will be led by Kirby, Kilmi, and myself. So I'm guessing the last question that you might have on your mind is, how do I register and how do I join? How do I find the link to get there? And so our registration link and our registration page is on Eventbrite, and the Zoom link and the Zoom room will be centered to all registered students. The only caveat to this is that we only have 50 spots available. So if you are interested in joining, please, by all means, register and join as soon as possible, because I imagine that spots will fill up soon. And if you guys need an idea about what this will look like, I can share this with you really quick. So this is the Eventbrite page. The link will be sent through emails and a flyer, but this is roughly what this is going to look like. We have a description about this event. You can read that in more detail. The date and time. This will take place Wednesday, April 28th, 2021, from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. To register and get in, secure your spot, hit this green register button, and then choose the ticket that you want. You can only choose. You're only allowed to pick one or to choose one ticket. So, general admission for the ethnicity discussion, for the failure discussion, and for the power discussion. So just select one, and then add it to your cart, and then check out. It's totally free. You don't have to be part of any specific program to join. And so, yeah, we're super excited, super anxious for this discussion to happen, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys there.